そうだ、俺は。俺は不死身のコブラさ。
At number 4 is... No, it's Cobra from Space Adventure Cobra and Cobra the Animation. This man is a space pirate armed with the deadliest weapon known to man, his cigar. Yes, he has exploding cigars. The cigar is crucial to his character, but not only can he smoke them, Cobra can use his cigar as both a flashlight and to breathe underwater. How manly is that? But seriously, his signature weapon is embedded into his left arm, being the Psycho Gun. Firing laser blasts with mental energy, the Psycho Gun can nearly kill anything, be it an alien, cyborg, or even a ship. Manly! Furthermore, he can bend the laser beams, which is very useful. Even though he has a Psycho Gun, Cobra also carries a Colt Python 357 Magnum because his name is Cobra. Get it? It hasn't been made clear, but Cobra has been called unkillable and invincible, since by pure muscle alone, he's capable of killing cyborgs and some aliens in hand-to-hand combat. Hell, this one time in an arena where your energy is given a visual form, Cobra went all Dragon Ball Z up in this shit. Manly! With all these manly feats, who is Cobra? Set in this Star Wars inspired series, Cobra is a wanted space pirate with the highest bounty of the universe. The organization known as the Guild, or the Space Mafia Guild, consists of space pirates who want Cobra dead due to his refusal of joining them. Having countless enemies, Cobra then goes into hiding, gets some surgery, and becomes an office worker. However, being bored of the peaceful lifestyle, Cobra gets back into the space pirate business and does whatever the fuck he wants. The best way to describe Cobra's manliness is that he is the ultimate action hero. Sometimes he's a boxer, other times a racer, or a wrestler, and even participates in a game of Rugball! A game combining both rugby and baseball is the manliest sport ever! Rugball!
Sport you'll invent cause you'll be too energetic for normal sport!
Similar to Lupin III and Ryo Saiba, Cobra can flip from goofy to suave and to dead serious and I'm really pissed off manly! Despite his criminal profession, Cobra is a nice man. But he's cool. He knows. He uses Psycho Gun. Yeah, the machine cries. Bang bang. Yeah, he's the Cobra. Like Go-Go 13, Cobra is a ladies' man. But unlike Duke Togo, he doesn't just bang and leave. These women are smitten with him, to the point where he gets a harem, again reinforcing his status as the ultimate and manliest action hero. But Cobra carries a little secret which makes him underrated in the anime community. Cobra is based on a French actor named Jean-Paul Belmondo, and in the French dub, he is voiced by that very same actor, thus being very popular in France. But here's the secret, Cobra is not French. His nationality is American. Yes, Cobra is the underrated American anime character that no one knows about. His aliases have all been English names, being Johnson or Joe Gillian. Best of all, he isn't an American stereotype, but a legit badass and awesome character. Examples of his masculine traits are camaraderie with some of his buddies, even Batman. While Cobra may be a pirate, he's still very heroic. His goals are usually selfish or to get some pussy, but when people die, Cobra respects their deaths. However, this is also a man who will kill in self-defense or out of revenge, be it alien, cyborg, man, or woman. Yet he is not cold-hearted and would try to avoid killing women if possible, as it leaves a bad taste in his mouth. Especially when he's fallen in love a few times where his current lover would be killed, then goes into a corner feeling depressed. But his sadness would subside and give rise to his angry revenge, stopping at nothing to kill the ones responsible, even using a rocket punch. Manly! Cobra essentially has everything needed to be a manly character on this list, and is very appealing to many countries, to the point where a live-action movie is supposed to come out sometime in the future, I hope. Although, the remaining 3 characters offer a bit more depth in their role as manly characters, but Cobra is not inferior. Cobra doesn't consider himself a hero, but his ideology is to live life at its fullest like a man.
Learn to treat those that have passed away, holding on to their beliefs, with respect. That is what a real man does. If you want to become a real man, then come aboard my ship.
Captain Harlock, Captain Harlock, Dokudo no Hatao, Hatao Kakage.
At number 3 is a space pirate Captain Harlock from the Legiverse, or more specifically, the series you see on screen. Captain Harlock is a character with very loose continuity, often being interpreted in different forms, similar to the characters Lupin III and Devilman. In this case, I'll go step by step with a few of his interpretations, beginning with the original 1977 manga and its 1978 anime adaptation. In this story, Captain Harlock has been accused of multiple murders, with the world wanting him dead. Being an outlaw, Harlock also serves as her only salvation from the Mazone, a group of women alien invaders. In the late 2700s, society has become lazy and cowardly, having many political figures forsake their duties to instead gamble or play golf. Lacking a backbone to venture out into space, Captain Harlock takes it upon himself to stop the Mazone threat. However, he's not doing it to save the people, nor for the well-being of the planet, but chooses to save Earth due to a promise he made to his friend, Tochiro. This promise also includes the safety of Tochiro's daughter Mayu, thus Harlock keeps his word. In the 1982 OVA titled Arcadia of My Youth, Harlock takes part in the losing side of a war. Earth has been conquered by the Luminous Empire, forcing Harlock to either join their army or become jobless. Harlock refuses the offer as his pride as captain won't allow it, but this leads to tragedy. This OVA serves as a possible origin story for Harlock, whose wife Maya served as his motivation, but is then set for execution for rebelling against the Empire. In his attempt to rescue her, Harlock is scarred, but his pain only intensifies when Maya passes away, leaving Harlock a flag of the Jolly Roger. Furthermore, his encounter with Tochiro led to escape into space with the ship known as the Arcadia. With these mentioned stories, Harlock's hardships all stem from war, being forced to submit to political powers for crimes he did not commit. He now desires liberty, inspiring others to do the same, as his crew members consist of people who share his masculine ideals of freedom. Yet my favorite story of Captain Harlock is the 2002 OVA series Captain Harlock Endless Odyssey. In this version, the entire universe is being threatened by a satanic force known as Nu, who create fear and hysteria in the souls of men, thus unleashing a universal apocalypse. Harlock's origins are not mentioned in this OVA, but I feel this is the manliest Harlock's ever been. Throughout the entire story, Harlock has this very stoic disposition, yet exudes this profound leadership. An example is questioning his own chaotic behavior when he's about to rescue his crewmates.
Do you know what I am having to decide on right now? Is charging in there and picking them up really the right thing for me to do? The queen of those ruins told us that what new is fear itself. The enemy that we are now about to fight may be something that is terribly treacherous and evil. I told them to live freely. Do I really have the right to call upon them to fight in another battle?
But at the same time, this scene displays how much faith they have in their captain, and this is one of the reasons why Harlock is so high in this list. He is a captain. Previously, this list featured pirates and space pirates with all different appealing qualities, being fatherly, determined, and heroic, but Harlock has a sense of duty that gives him his own charm. Much of it has to do with Harlock making difficult decisions, often resulting in death, such as offering mercy kills or challenging men to duels.
He's through.
Are you here because you're following the will of others? Or are you here on your own will
I'll have you know that I, for one, came here not because I was told to, but because I wanted to.
I see. Then you must have been prepared for the worst.
Manly!
Many characters in this list have their own conduct of manliness, but Harlock carries this attitude of placing masculinity in very high regard. Almost every single decision he makes is out of his duty as a man. He self-analyzes his actions, checking if his motives will either bring shame or respect to another man. Harlock is a man who refuses to submit to those of a higher power, yet he can be viewed as cruel or even heartless at times due to his role as captain, which is best shown through his confrontations with the demonic entity Nu.
The fact that Earth was the birthplace for mankind means nothing to me. For me, it is just a planet that holds a strange mixture of both hatred and hope, and it marks the place where I swore an oath to a friend.
Nu is a creature whose origins reside in the creation of the universe, but also hint as being demonic, possibly representing the devil. These phantasms are capable of killing or destroying the spirits of men, making them submit to their will. In fact, most people are corrupted just by touching Nu or given to fear by having their heart pulled out. Harlock is a man bearing camaraderie that exceeds the devil's temptations. These following scenes where a mortal man opposes these demons are incredibly manly, inspiring others to fight with unyielding courage.
You will obey our commands.
An illusion is not my enemy. Get lost.
How does it feel to lose your comrades one after another?
The name of this ship is the Arcadia. Only those with hope in their hearts can come aboard this ship. No one here on this ship will be overtaken by fear.
There's no way that I would ever betray my captain. If you want to kill me, then kill me.
I have sworn to devote the rest of my life to Harlock, and I will not take an order from anyone other than him.
With his own spirit, he's capable of vanquishing these ghastly demons, even making them afraid of Harlock. His soul bearing both sorrow and honor makes Harlock very respectful, despite being a pirate who doesn't always act in accordance to justice. There's something admirable about manly pirates who are neither good or evil, but somewhere in between, hence being very great characters. Likewise, Captain Harlock has been described as the archetype of a romantic hero, and it shows due to his pirate background. Harlock is a wanted criminal, but despite what the law says, Harlock fights in what he believes in. I know I'm quoting the Nolan films here, but Harlock as a symbol is incorruptible and everlasting, which is evident by his staying power throughout the years. He's been around since 1977 and continues to present himself in some form, whether it's an anime series, an OVA, or a CGI film. From his time period of the late 70s, I can't think of any other man who bears heroic and honorable traits who are worthy of inspiration. Again, as I said in my video in part 8 of the list, it wasn't until the 1980s where manly characters would be in their prime, and for his time, I think Harlock was that prime, and the standard for manliness. In Endless Odyssey, he bears all the manly criteria made for this list, but in every version, Captain Harlock's greatest strength is manly friendship. Many of Harlock's stories are centered on a promise he made to Tochiro, but their friendship may be the manliest of all anime series, and here's why. When Tochiro dies, his spirit resides in Harlock's ship, the Arcadia. Because of this, the Arcadia would sometimes move on its own, rescuing Harlock in times of distress. For your friend to help you even after death is praiseworthy. More so when Harlock is willing to step into hell itself just to visit his friend.
Ultimate manly friendship!
Despite his origins constantly being different, every interpretation of Harlock manages to maintain the same definitive ideals of masculinity. Captain Harlock possesses many qualities to be worthy of being number 3 as the manliest of manly anime characters, but his standout achievement is being an incorruptible symbol of men's philosophies. Captain Harlock personifies the male adult bearing the responsibility of a leader, the weight of a symbol, but most importantly, he teaches others how to live your life like a proper, honorable, and brave man.